Position on the member stand side. Oh, Jesselenko! You
Back to Zaharakis!
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of 3SSR Footy Hit. We've had a few weeks off because of the semester break, and then we got lazy for the last 2 weeks. John?
It's good to be back, talking footy. You know, we've come back just a week before the finals to sort everything out, and to be honest, I didn't want to talk about the Essendon saga, so now that it's over, we've come back and we're not going to actually mention it. That's the only time.
Although, I can't believe Carlton's going to be playing finals.
If Carlton play finals, I will not be watching the finals, because Carlton...
I will be. It's going to be Richmond-Carlton, so I have to watch it.
Carlton do not deserve to play finals.
No, they don't.
And I don't think they will. In fact, I reckon North Melbourne might play finals, because I think they might beat Collingwood this week and everyone else will lose.
I think they're a better team as well.
I do as well, and they probably deserve to be in finals. You know, obviously they lost a few close games, but you know that they're able to match it with the big teams, so I think they deserve to play finals. But look, another big round of footy coming up, heading into finals. A few dead rubbers, but a few absolute crackers as well. We've got, look, Friday night couldn't start the round any better. Sydney Hawthorn.
Grand final
replay, and could be, you know, a grand final preview as well. I think the Swans are a good chance to go back to back. Injuries may cost them early this year, but they're still a very good side, and you can't discount them. Look, who do you think is going to win this one? I like the Swans up there.
I'm tipping a draw.
A draw.
Yeah, I'm
there
tipping
you
a draw.
go. Well, I think the Swans might win and Hawthorn lose top spot, because I think Geelong will beat Brisbane as well, which means...
Oh, you'd think so.
Which means Geelong goes to the top of the ladder, plays Sydney first round of the finals at the MCG, which could be an absolute perler as well. And Hawthorn go to second to play Freo, which will be a belter.
That will be a very interesting one, though.
It sure will. St Kilda Freo is probably the next best game of the round, obviously. Three retirements.
Right. St Kilda clearly has a great chance of beating Freo.
Etihad Stadium, 3 retirements, Cozzy, Milne, Blakey, 3 of the best players to ever play for the club. So, look, looking forward to this one. 1:10 Saturday afternoon. I think Freo might romp at home. They haven't lost a game at Etihad Stadium this year, and Ross Lyon in his career has lost 7 games at Etihad only.
Though St Kilda, a lot of teams sometimes do step up for their retiring veterans, so you never know.
You're not wrong.
Don't write off the
and
Saints.
Look, Milne and Cozzy will be, if Cozzy's fit to get out there for his 200th, they'll be chomping at the bit to play good games.
Even if he's not, I reckon he'll be in the team.
He will, and I've heard word that he'll probably play as the sub, come on late, and the fans will get to enjoy a bit of Cozzy magic. Hopefully he can rekindle some form. But as I said, Ross Lyon's lost about 8 games in his career at Etihad Stadium, so I don't see them losing this one. But good to see St Kilda back on the winners list last week for their 4th win of the season against the Gold Coast.
That's right.
Geelong and Brisbane. What do you reckon is going to happen here?
I reckon the Brisbane Lions are going to get thumped, but at the same time, they did beat Geelong last time round.
Everyone,
and they are technically a chance of finals.
Exactly. So look, if they beat, if all goes to plan, they beat Geelong, Port beat Carlton, and who's the other one? Collingwood beat North. Then Brisbane play finals. So
and there's a chance of that. There's a genuine chance of that.
Look, it's simple as that.
Port Adelaide are a good team. That's the next match we're talking about.
It sure is.
And I genuinely think Port Adelaide are going to beat Carlton.
Yeah, look, I do too. I'm tipping Geelong in the previous game pretty easily at Skilled Stadium. They don't lose down there. So Geelong there. And Port, I agree. I think Port, this will be a close one. It's at Amy though. Carlton have a lot to play for. I think they'll get the jump on Port early, but I think Port... they're going to show a bit. They're going to show a bit in this year's final series, so I think they'll come back and win at home. The last game ever at Amy Stadium before they move to the Adelaide Oval next year. So Port's last game at Amy Stadium, the last game ever, will be a cracker. One that has been blazed into insignificance a bit now. Essendon Richmond. Essendon obviously going to finish 9th. How ironic is this? Last few years, Richmond have finished 9th, and now the one year that the team finishes 9th, they're in the finals.
In the top 8, yeah.
Richmond worked that hard all year to get into the finals, and they cement a spot, and all they needed to do was do what they did.
What we've always done for the last 30 years, yeah.
Exactly. So Richmond supporters will be thrilled. Will be thrilled to know that, as you are. But Essendon Richmond.
That's an interesting one, because Essendon could either go out there absolutely firing, or they're going to go out there with no confidence at all.
Look, I think we've seen the last few weeks that the whole saga has taken its toll on them. They've been tired.
They did beat the Blues.
That was a great win against the Blues, and another Zaharakis moment he could add to his highlights reel.
He's always in the right place at the right time.
What a goal! What a goal it was! Just a nice crumbing goal. And look, I think Essendon might come out and.
Richmond for me.
Yeah, no, I think Richmond. I think you're right there, but I think what I was going to say, Essendon might come out firing at the start here. They might run out of legs, who knows? But it could be a good game for all the wrong reasons. You know?
Who's coming up next after that?
Coming up next, West Coast Adelaide. Bit of a nothing game.
Both teams.
West Coast are rubbish. Adelaide are rubbish.
Both teams have really disappointed this year.
Absolutely, they have. West Coast at Patterson Stadium for mine.
Yeah, really, I reckon West Coast.
Really not interested in this game. Paddy Dangerfield could have a big one. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if John Worsfold's contract gets if he gets re-signed after this game, actually.
Is it Gold Coast GWS next?
Gold Coast GWS, two teams that have, well, one team that's struggled and one team that's surprised
really
a lot
improved,
of people.
Yeah.
So, look, Gary Ablett's been quiet the last few weeks. If he has another quiet one this week...
But quiet on his standards is still 25 disposals.
Yeah, Clint Jones kept him to 23 last week, and he's had 23...
Any other player, that'd be a great game.
He's had less than 27 disposals the last 3 games, so it's a good effort by the competition. But, look, if Joel Selwood has a blinder against Brisbane and Gary Ablett has a quiet one against GWS, the Brownlow could really be a closely fought contest. So it'll be interesting to see if the little champ comes out and has a blinder here. I think one of the games of the round, Collingwood North.
North Melbourne have been really stiff this year with their tight losses.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have a genuine chance to roll Collingwood.
I think they will roll Collingwood. Collingwood, we've seen, have been in really good form of late. But look, I think North, now that they've got an opportunity to actually come into to make finals, their percentage is healthy. It's better than any other side below them. They're on 36 points, and all the teams above them are on 40. But if they win, they'll have the better percentage of all those teams. So, as we mentioned before, Geelong have to win, Carlton have to win, and North have to win for them to play finals. No, sorry, other way around, actually.
Yeah,
sorry, other way around.
We got it.
Yeah, so I think they'll win this one and play finals because they probably deserve to.
And last but not least, another nothing game, the Bulldogs versus...
Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Bulldogs are another side that have surprised this year.
Although I think Melbourne still have a finals chance.
Oh, yeah,
they
absolutely. They're a final chance.
They're going to have a lot.
Bottom.
It's going to be interesting. A lot of their stars, I reckon, are going to leave.
Yeah, well, there's word that Jack Watts is heading to Carlton, and I've heard that from a very good source, a very reliable source.
I'd like him at Richmond.
Well, I don't think he will go to Richmond.
Nah,
because there is word that he's going to Carlton next year. Mick Malthouse is a good friend of his. I think he'd be better at Carlton. He'd be better at a good side. You know, Mick Malthouse...
Oh, come on, Richmond's above Carlton.
Yeah, but Richmond aren't interested in him, and Richmond don't need him.
That's not necessarily true.
Carlton, Mick Malthouse will know exactly what to do with him, maybe release him off half-back, who knows. But, yeah, the Bulldogs should easily get the job done in this one, because they've surprised.
They've really improved this year.
They have, and Adam Cooney re-signed recently as well. So, yeah, look, Bulldog supporters, onwards and upwards for them. Next year should be another good year for them.
I think that's all we have time for this week.
Sure
We'll
is.
be back next week with...
the finals preview.
Position on the member stand side. Oh, Jesselenko!